Hey guys, today's recipe is a classic from the Philippines called chicken adobo. There are many regional versions around the country, but today I'm going to show you the version that I had growing up. It's a tangy, sweet and sour dish with a soy sauce and vinegar based broth that is ready to wake up your taste buds. So let's get started with the ingredients, shall we? So as you can see here, we've got quite a bit of ingredients. So you're going to need about 5 to 6 chicken drumsticks, a half a cup of white vinegar and half a cup of soy sauce, 2 large potatoes, 1 large onion, about 5 to 6 eggs, 1 tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, about 2 to 3 bay leaves, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Now since adobo is a stew, your potatoes are going to be simmering with the chicken for quite some time. Chop them up about 1 to 2 inch size chunks and set them aside. Your onion you're going to mince quite small, not too finely, but just a decent size that they're going to wilt down when you fry it in the oil with salt, pepper, and garlic. In a large pot or Dutch oven, you're going to add in a couple tablespoons of grapeseed oil. Once the oil is well heated, you'll toss in the onions, bay leaves, salt, pepper, garlic, and sugar, and stir fry until the onions have become slightly opaque. Now it's time for you to add in your chicken. Using a pair of tongs, arrange your drumsticks in a way to make sure that one full side of the chicken is touching the bottom of the pan and the oil. You're going to rotate your chicken occasionally just to make sure that it's nice and golden on the edges. You don't necessarily want to brown them or fully cook them because it's going to be simmering after this in broth for quite some time. So just get a nice golden color to the edges and then you're ready to go. On to the next step. Add your soy sauce and vinegar mixture to the chicken, and about 2 to 3 cups of water. Add in your chopped potatoes and eggs into the broth. You want to arrange this in a way that it is touching the broth or fully immersed if possible. This will help it cook as everything simmers for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Cover up and let the adobo come to a rolling boil. You want to check out it occasionally just to make sure it's not going to overflow the pot. After about 15 minutes, go ahead and remove your eggs. You're going to want to shell these and then return them back into the adobo so that they could soak up that nice flavor. At this point, go ahead and taste your broth. Make sure you're happy with the saltiness, the sweetness, and the sourness of everything that's going on. And if you need to make adjustments, do so right now. So while the adobo is finishing up on the stove, let's talk about what we're going to serve it with. Sinangag, garlic fried rice. This is probably the simplest, most easiest to make fried rice you'll ever have. It just consists of white rice, garlic, oil, and salt. That's it. So let me show you how to do it. In a wok, you're going to put a couple tablespoons of grapeseed oil, and then a couple tablespoons, maybe heaping tablespoons of minced garlic. Brown this really nicely, not too brown because you know how quick garlic cooks. And once you've got a nice color to it, throw in your rice. About 2 to 3 cups, maybe more. That just depends on you and how many people you're serving. But here we have about 3 cups of cooked rice. Immediately start tossing it in the oil because that oil is going to help separate the rice kernels and incorporate that garlic really well. Lastly, go ahead and add in your salt. Now this is purely up to you, as salt is a flavor preference and garlic rice is a very simple dish, so it is easy to oversalt. So I would say add in a little bit and taste it, see if you're happy with it. If not, gradually add a bit more and then go from there. Now that we've got the rice done, let's check up on the adobo. Look, it's cooked up quite nicely, eh? Now you just gotta stir it, test the potatoes, test the chicken, make sure you're truly happy with it. And again, if you need to add more salt, more sugar, more vinegar, go ahead and do so now. Just keep in mind, if you do add more vinegar, you're going to add some minutes to the cook time. That way you could bring down the acidity just a little bit. Let's get this adobo plated. So in your plate or bowl, go ahead and arrange your rice with the chicken and potatoes and your hard-boiled egg, and then drizzle some broth over the top. And there you have it, chicken adobo with garlic fried rice. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for joining me in my first video. I'm so excited to launch my new YouTube channel. Tomato Foodie Instagram has now come to YouTube. Stay tuned for more videos.